Welcome to Catching a Vibe. This is episode 15.
Like, Mom, tell me I'm a fucking warrior.
We're going to talk about Creed 3.
That, honestly, the biggest reason you go see this movie is
Ring, the Rocky franchise.
I know it's most people's favorite, but I don't give a shit.
Wow. Welcome to Catching a Vibe. I'm your host, Drew. This is episode 15. I got my boy Smitty back on. Smit, how we doing, kid?
We're doing great. Thank you for having me back on.
Of course. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is a new idea I had, is Vent of the Week. What was the one thing that had you pissed off this week?
I'll tell you what had me pissed off this week, Drew.
Let's hear it.
College fucking basketball.
College basketball.
Let me tell you something. I'm a better, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM. I have them all.
You have them all.
Oh, it's unbelievable. So anyways, college basketball, I'm not a big fan of at all.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who's the best, who's the worst. I don't know anything.
I can't get into college basketball. I really can't.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about it. Like March Madness, even when it's March now, obviously, and they're doing the seeding tournament.
Right.
And, the tournament's about to start, and I've never been into it. Sure, will I catch the replays or something interesting? Sure.
Yeah.
But, all I know is that Kentucky's, in basketball, always really good.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah, you hear about those schools. I don't know anything else. But this week, it's let me bet on some college basketball.
Yeah.
Let me just do it.
Yeah.
So, I made a couple parlays with, giant favorites. Schools I never heard of, UC Irvine. I'm betting on school. I bet on stuff I don't even know. I'm just making parlays here. So I had a 7-leg parlay. I put it $20 on this. I picked all favorites. The payout was about $223. I had the biggest favorite lose by 27.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, 27 points. And, I'm tuning into the game. I could give a shit less about these teams. I just want money. I don't care. My gripe is, in the vent, is that these college basketball players, I don't know, I'm watching a lot of these games, and there's no heart. I don't see any hustle plays. I don't see any loose ball plays. And I think that's because these players are getting paid now to play in college.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And they don't care about the hustle plays. It's all about the viral play, the highlight.
I want to look cool.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. I don't know. College. This is my huge problem with college sports nowadays is that these kids are getting paid. What's special is about college is that they're fighting to get to the pros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To get the bag.
Right.
To change their family's life.
Right.
Now they're in college getting paid. What if they don't even care about getting to the pros? They already got a bag.
Yeah, if you go to a big school, say Ohio State football, for instance, they probably make 100K.
Oh my!
It just depends. Yeah. If you're a Heisman candidate, you should make bonus, or if you get an award, you should get bonus. I don't think you're an 18-year-old 5-star recruit, you should automatically get $500,000.
No, it's unbelievable.
You gotta work for it. You get good grades, you get an air bonus. That's
right.
How I feel about it.
You're gonna have to do that. It's just crazy to think at a college level, these kids are getting paid so much money. They're in school.
Yeah.
They're
going to school for free too, by the way.
Yeah,
and they're making bread.
Oh my gosh,
it's tricky.
You know what I mean? Good. I guess good for them, but
right.
I don't think it's right. I actually think it's a big problem for the world and for sports. I think we're going to see so much less competitive sports. Obviously everybody's talented nowadays, and it's going to be, it's what I'm trying to say is it's going to be like the All-Star game. It's going to be like the Pro Bowl game. People are going to go out there and not even. It's just they don't try. It's just to get a viral play. I think we need to build hunger in sports.
Yeah. You
need, back then in the 90s, Mary was watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary. She was like,
oh, it's so fire.
She was like, it's insane how these NBA players, the old school, don't forget. they'll remember a play from January 2nd, 1993 on a random Monday night game.
Oh, dude.
And they won't forget. And they'll keep it with them the whole life because it was so competitive. Then you had Draymond Green, that schmuck. Yeah, Draymond Green the other night at a press conference. Dylan Brooks for the Memphis Grizzlies got up in his grill, and like Draymond Green's like talking. And he goes to the press conference. He's like, "Dude, it's a Tuesday night game in the middle of the season. I don't care about it." I was like,
that's the loser response. Like if Draymond would have won, if the Warriors would have won, he would have been like, "Yeah, that was a big game. Like I shut Dylan Brooks up." You know what I mean?
Exactly. So and like he goes to the press conference and says that. I'm just like, dude, if that was like Michael Jordan or like Kobe Bryant, you know, those guys who I just mentioned right there have different mentalities. Yeah. Like they don't care if it's the first game of the season or the last game of the season. They're gonna play their damn heart out and they want to win.
Right.
And don't get me wrong. I think all these players are talented. I just think the hunger has gone really down in professional sports until the playoffs.
Right.
When the playoffs come, that's when it is. But like
that's when I tune in.
Oh man, especially for the NBA. The NBA playoffs, fire.
Yes.
You know, there's nothing like NFL playoffs because it's one game only.
Right.
It's so intense.
It is.
It's so intense. One game only. The Chiefs. Ugh, still haunts me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my vein of the college basketball, but also just college sports right now. It's going down for me. These players getting paid. I actually see an intensity level go down of these players. You know, we'll just see. I'm really excited to see 5 to 10 years how these professional sports are going to go. NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB. Because of these kids getting paid.
Yeah.
I really want what's going to happen in the pros. So yeah, that's my event of the week. College basketball and just college sports overall.
I like that a lot. So mine is when you wake up earlier than when you want to. I mean, and you can't fall back asleep. Like, why am I waking up at 6:40 today on my off day? Like, it's sick of me. This whole week, I've been waking up at like 7:30 for some odd reason. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, I don't have to wake up till like 9 because I go to the gym like 9:30 to 10.
I got a question. When you're in the gym and you're doing a set and you have like one more pump to go or 3 or like a couple more reps and like you're tired as shit, what do you tell yourself?
Pump him.
Oh.
Pump him.
Please. That's everything.
I just think of our previous pod where you were like, look in the mirror and say, you're him.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Like, you're him. I remember one time, this is so fun. I was having such a bad day. This was like years ago. I was having such a bad day. I literally get home from school and I said, I go to my mom. I'm like, Mom, tell me I'm a fucking warrior. I was like, Mom, tell me I'm a fucking warrior. And then my mom looks at me. My mom's a character. She's like, Austin, you're a fucking pussy. That's what she tells me. And I was like, oh, thanks for the encouragement. But that got me so pumped up because my mom's hilarious and she made me laugh so hard. And I was like, that's everything.
Obi, you just said, Mom, can you tell me I'm a warrior?
Yeah, she did.
You schmuck, you're 18, you don't have your license. Yeah, you're a fucking warrior.
Yeah, she calls me a warrior. Yeah, she was like, you're a fucking pussy. That's literally what she called me.
She was probably like, go get some pussy.
Yeah, she probably did. I can't remember. But I'll never forget that. Oh, my gosh.
Dude, that was awesome that you said that.
But I will, like, in the gym, when I have, like, another rep left, I'm like, you know, the same thing. I'm him. Or, like, dude, I'll go to, like, crazy extremes, and I'll just think of, like, Lone Survivor. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll think of a situation like that.
Or I'll think of, like, things that, like, pissed me off in the past.
Oh, yeah.
That helps a lot.
Oh, yeah, that helps. There's things you gotta do. There's techniques you have to do when you're lifting, and, like, you got that last one. You're like, oh, come on.
That burn hurts like a bitch, but you just gotta, like, talk yourself out.
But it feels amazing. You get that juicy pump.
Yeah. The veins popping.
That's right.
So now, we're going to talk about Creed 3.
Creed 3?
The boys saw it. Also, Riley. Shout out Riley.
Yep.
So, Smith, what do you think of Creed 3?
Okay, this movie's such a mixed bag. I really liked it. So this is the best way to describe it. There was nothing too great, but nothing too bad. It was a way above average movie. Way above average movie. I think it's a huge step up from Creed 2.
Yeah.
Creed 1, I'll just say it right now, I still think Creed 1 is the best.
Yeah. Quick question.
Yes.
Were you impressed by Michael B. Jordan first time directing?
I think, yes, I was. I think the style of the movie was really clean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an expert with like the cameras and the film they're using, but the film was really crisp.
Yeah.
It was very clean.
The attention to detail, you could tell.
Oh yeah, it was really nice. The slow-mo shots and the fighting scenes were really, really well. I don't know who picked the music.
The soundtrack was fantastic.
I don't know who picked the music for the movie, but the soundtrack, I wanted to Shazam like all the songs in the theater that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I actually was on Spotify looking up the Creed 3 soundtrack.
Dude, I love the Adonis
interlude.
Yes,
fire.
I love that. And when he says, "I'm from Wakanda," dude,
Yeah.
that was so hard to me.
Yeah, I was listening to that a lot this week. I downloaded
the
it.
Gym.
Yes.
The curls. That's what got me through the curls.
My gym playlist is called Can't Explain. It's just, I just can't explain like a lot of the songs because it's a mixed bag of like so many songs. I put that in there.
I feel like you gotta switch up the playlist or like the songs you listen to. Because you'll get tired.
There's so many songs in my gym playlist. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But I don't, like I said, I don't know the person. It might have been Michael B. Jordan. I'm not too sure. But the soundtrack, I'll just do this. We'll go to the good stuff.
Yeah, do the good first.
You know what? No, I want to start with the bad stuff and end with the good stuff.
Okay.
We always want to end strong.
Yeah.
I'll start off with the bad stuff. With absolutely any Rocky/Creed movie, it's so predictable.
It is.
It's so predictable, but I can't be that mad at it because I know that going in.
You know it's coming.
I watched Rocky 1 through 5. I watched Rocky Balboa. I watched Creed 1. I watched Creed 2. I watched Creed 3. Yeah. How many movies is that? That's 9 of these movies.
Yeah.
I know that coming in it's going to be predictable.
Yeah.
Still, I can't be mad at it, but still, it bothers me. It's just like, we have a little bit of a switch up.
Right.
So I would say that, and Michael B. I don't know if it was a good look for Michael B. Jordan. He really just got out acted. What's his name? Jonathan
Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
He's going to be the next big actor. I feel like
he's a fucking moose.
Yeah.
No, honestly, he is an amazing actor. I watched his, I believe it's GQ Top 10 Things He Can't Live Without.
Too. The Cup.
Dude, he has the cup. Also, that water, if you guys haven't watched it, that water, Mary and I tried it. That water he has in that video, that green bottle of water is like $10. Really? That's that expensive. That water.
Is it fire?
Dude, Mary and I were pouring it like wine. We got it. We were pouring it like wine, taking shots of it. It's not just water. It's the greatest water ever.
Oh, sure.
Like, honestly.
I'll have to try it.
Yeah, it's great. It was so cool to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting guy. And that GQ Top 10 Things, he, like, can't live without this, like, red clown nose.
Yeah.
He goes to like, this performing arts, center, but, like, it's a guy that teaches clown. How weird is that?
It is odd.
Maybe that's why he's such a great actor, is that may help him.
Yeah.
This guy just teaches clown. How weird is that?
It was weird. I was like, what is this dude on right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but it's a little weird. But that guy, so talented. And guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. If you haven't seen the movie, we're going to do some spoilers here.
Yeah.
The movie's been out 2 weeks, monumental. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's worth the watch.
It is.
But Michael B. Jordan gets so outshined in this movie, in my opinion. Michael B. Jordan, to me, is a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
He's not great. He doesn't make me feel any emotions. The way Michael B. Jordan directed Damien, I don't know if Michael B. Jordan also wrote this movie, but I think Damien's right up there with Apollo Creed for like importance of characters that are fighting the main person.
Yeah, I think he might be the best.
Like it's Apollo Creed and Damien. There's never been a more important character in this whole series of Rocky and Creed. Ever. We had Apollo. Now we finally got it in 2023.
Yeah,
Damien. He's so important. And another problem I didn't like about this is that in the fight scene was a little bit too theatrical. Like, they were putting, like, CGI screens in there of, like, jail cells and going back in the day. I didn't really like that. I was like, just keep it there. Also, when they were doing that, I think it was in, like, round 2 or round 3.
Yeah.
And then we had, like, 5 minutes of them doing, like, the CGI, like they were in a jail cell, and then they were back
the
on
void, that's what they call it.
Yeah, they were back on the corner, and then it gets out of that. Like, you get out of this weird world.
Yeah, and it's the final round.
Yeah, that's the final round.
That's a big complaint I have. I'm like, the final fight was way too short. Like, why? Like, the other Creed and Rocky movies, you'll see, like, what's the lady with the sign that shows, like, the round?
Oh, yeah, like the ring girl.
Forward, the ring girl, like, round 2, round 3. But, like, it just went from 3 to the void, where they were just them two fighting, to the end.
Yep.
And we got 2 minutes.
It was just a snap of a finger.
Yeah.
So like, I really, really hated that. Also, I'm not even gonna say spoiler because it's so predictable. Obviously, Michael B. Jordan, Donnie wins the fight. I don't think he should have won because I don't know where they go from here. I don't know if they're gonna make another movie. But if you had Damien win, also Michael B. Jordan in this movie, not a good guy. Like, he was like, they really painted him as a bad friend. They really painted him as a bad son at points.
Yeah.
Like, he literally got into an argument with his mother, and the next day she died from a stroke from stress.
Yeah.
Not good.
But this kind of, like, I kind of liked it in a sense because, like, that's real. Like, that happens a lot.
It is very real. But, like, they also did, he never reached out to Damien.
Well,
his mom hid all that stuff. Letters. But still, if you really cared about it, you would try to find a way.
Right.
Try to find a way. So, like, I honestly want to see Michael B. Jordan get his ass kicked, to be honest with you. And I know Damien wasn't a good guy in the movie, you know what I mean? But
he has some reasons why.
He has some reasons why. And I think if he won, you set up a 4th movie so easily.
Yeah. You
set it up so easily. You had to have Michael B. Jordan trying to become a better man.
Yeah.
Try to become, less hot-headed, just so many things he can do. And it sets up the next movie so easily. Mm-hmm. With Michael B. Jordan winning, the movie, I believe the movie ended with them, like, walking out of the ring, and he was with his daughter. Like, what is it? Is his daughter going to be a boxer? I don't know where they go from here.
I heard they might make Creed 4 centered around Adonis's daughter.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
No.
See where they go.
Just might not see on opening night.
Yeah,
if Donnie's not the center of attention.
You know what I mean? Don't Rocky 5 us here.
Yeah, but I thought Adonis's daughter was great in this.
Highlight.
Yeah,
she was.
The acting
adorable.
Was so good in this movie.
Oh, adorable! Like, dude, honestly, one of the great scenes in the movie. We'll go on to the good.
Yeah.
Those are just a couple. Those are major things, though.
I gotta say this one,
please.
This there wasn't any motivational quote.
There wasn't,
and it was weird not seeing Rocky. Not even talking about Rocky. When Adonis's mother dies, you don't think Adonis would reached out to Rocky? You know what I mean? Because
this was the first one he wasn't affiliated with. I heard something about he
has beef with the guy he sold the rights.
That's right.
Rocky.
Yeah.
He doesn't like him. He likes Michael B. Jordan. He said he would do a Creed for it. Michael B. wanted him.
I did see a video on that actually this week. I didn't watch the video. I saw the thumbnail and the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Rocky in this movie. that just sucked. Got to be honest. Like, you got to have Rocky in this somehow, some way.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a cameo and he's in there one scene.
Just mention him.
Yeah, that stinks. Oh yeah, good. Thank you for bringing that up. I forgot that.
Course.
Yeah, that just. Oh man, no Rocky in these movies just seems weird. The whole time when I'm in the movie theater, I was thinking, man, where's Rocky?
Right.
Because I knew he wasn't going to be in it, but I was like, what if we get a surprise?
Yeah.
What if they were just...
Oh, that would have been like Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what if he actually just came in and like no one thought he was there?
It could.
Oh my gosh. Also, I gotta say this because I appreciate any new movie coming out with nothing woke, nothing shoved down my throat.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
I knew there wouldn't be. Michael B. Jordan doesn't
Nothing.
strike me as a woke.
Amazing because you know maybe that's why Michael B. Jordan took I'm doing the movie. Maybe that's why he was like I'm doing the movie.
It could.
Same thing with Tom Cruise and Mark Wahlberg nowadays. These guys are betting on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I always appreciate nothing woke in new movies and just stuff getting shoved down my throat, and I can't stand it.
Right.
I don't like it. So another thing, that's good. I appreciate that. The good stuff, like I said, what I just mentioned, soundtrack
fire,
amazing. The character of Damien is so amazing, guys.
Yeah.
That honestly, the biggest reason you go see this movie is Damien.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
He is.
They spend so much time with him in the movie as well.
It made so much sense, too.
So much sense. It's a great story.
Yeah.
It's a great revenge story for Damien. Great backstory as well when they're kids. They show, like, the good scene, the good, like, beginning scenes where he's, like, a Golden Gloves boxer.
Right. The number one
ranked
kid.
Number one ranked kid, and, like, you see Donnie, like, slip, like, the brokey, like, money, like, first round knockout.
First round. Checkmate.
As an addicted gambler, that's raw. So yeah, I love seeing that. But yeah, the biggest highlights: soundtrack, nothing woke, Damien's character. If we're gonna rate this movie out of 10, I'll give it a solid 7.3. I think
7.3.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 7.3. I just watched before I wanted to come on. I wanted to be prepared. I just watched Creed 2 again because I shit on the movie all the time.
Yeah.
I watched Creed 2 last week. And just reviewing it, that movie is so bad to me. I can't stand it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's slow.
I rewatched it.
I can't. It's so hard for me to get through.
I think the last 40 minutes is good.
Last 40 is definitely the highlight.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like I said, huge step up from Creed 2, and that's all you can ask for, honestly, in a franchise. Mm. Is being better than the last movie.
Right.
Which is very hard to do because
it is.
If you think about movies, the first movie is usually always the best because
80% of the time always.
Everything's fresh. All your ideas. Then when you make a 2, 3, a 4, and a 5, it's like, oof, we're running out of ideas here. We're running out of things. So it's actually really hopeful for Creed fans, Rocky fans, that the third one is better than the second one because ideas are still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
They're still fresh. Like I said, I think you had such a solid build-up for Creed 4 if you had Damien win. And that would have been shocking to the viewer.
Yeah.
No, they don't lose.
It would have been like Infinity War for Marvel. Like, the villain has never won towards the end of the movie. And that's why a lot of people consider Infinity War the best Marvel movie.
You got to see the villain win.
Yeah.
You got to see the villain win once in a good while. That's like The Dark Knight. Like, obviously, the Joker didn't win, but he really won.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube, go on a deep dive, like Dark Knight, the Joker really won that battle.
Yeah, he did.
He had Batman so in a just trance.
Yeah.
Shout out Heath Ledger.
The legend.
Fucking moose.
Yeah. I thought it was cool seeing, Ricky Conlon in this movie again.
That was cool.
Who started, then we saw Drago.
Train with Michael B. That was cool.
That was a cool throwback. Will was like, I didn't really like how Drago and Adonis were sparring. Apollo and Rocky, they each just fought in Rocky 2, then Rocky 3.
Right.
Apollo trained.
Yeah. I actually like that.
That's what they do cool. Like, I feel like we don't hear about other, like, did we ever hear about Clubber Lang?
No.
In Rocky 4?
Nope.
That's weird to me.
Mhm.
But this one, like, we get all of, like, the characters, we hear about them.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too, because if anybody knows about real fighting, once you go through a war, those guys usually become friends or training partners.
Yeah.
Or they take a picture in the hospital together. Like in the UFC, like, dude, I can go countless of guys that had real life bad blood. Like wishing death upon their other people's families, like dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
After the fight, you go in there and fight for 25 minutes, no one gets finished, or someone does get finished, you earn that person's respect.
Yeah.
So Drago, Donnie, just had respect.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Dude, Drago was beating the shit out of him.
He was.
Goodness.
That boy was rusty.
Man, he was getting his freaking clock run.
And I also thought, like, this movie was, like, a good twist of Rocky 5 to me. Like, it had elements of Rocky 5 and Rocky 3. But just, like, spin it and, like, made it their own version.
Especially Rocky 3.
Yeah, you could see that.
Yeah. Rocky 5, it's by far the worst movie in all of this franchise. But it has potential.
It did.
Like, there's some good things in it, but there's some, like, oh my gosh, terrible things in it. I would honestly say Rocky 5 and Creed 2, after that, every one of these movies is very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable to watch, easy to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Creed 2, Rocky 5, you may need a couple shots, a couple twisted teas, a few brewskis to help you out through the experience, maybe a parlay you got to check in.
Yeah.
But you can get through it.
Yeah.
You can get through it.
So let's rank the Rocky franchise.
Let's do it. And Creed?
And
Creed. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go.
So let's go 9.
Okay, we'll start at the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, the worst for me. I can't. You know what? I can't believe I'm doing this. On any given day, these can switch, but I'm going Creed 2. I can't stand it. I can't stand Creed 2.
Rocky 5.
Oh,
that's the worst.
Yeah, that's number 8. It's Rocky 5.
Yeah, number 8 for me. I'll go Creed 2. That's the second worst.
Yep. So for me, I got the Creed 2. I got Rocky 5 at 7. This is where it gets tricky because all these movies are really enjoyable and I do like them.
Mm-hmm.
But for number 7, this is tough here. I'll do it. I'm gonna go Rocky Balboa, the 2006 version.
Same.
Solid movie.
Great quote.
What quote do you like?
Life is going to hit you harder than anyone.
Right. Yeah.
I love that quote.
Yep. It's a good movie. Good elements. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing great about it either. It's just weird seeing Rocky old, and they're fighting like kind of a younger person.
Right.
It's I don't know. It's kind of strange to me. They also made a movie Grudge Match in like 2013 with like Robert De Niro and like Balboa.
Hilarious.
It's like, man, I honestly wish they did that for Rocky Balboa. You had De Niro fight. Like you should have built up. I'm an old time boxer, like old time boxer. Yeah, legends fight.
Yeah, 2 legends fight.
So, yeah, I'll put. It's like I said, Rocky Balboa. It has to go there. Number 7.
Yeah. So 6.
6 for me. It's a movie that my only huge problem with it is it's Rocky 3. I hate how Rocky's a rich boy.
Yeah.
I hate how he's so pretentious.
This is my dad's favorite Rocky movie.
Really? Because
he loves
Mr. T?
Yeah.
Gosh, what a schmuck. Mr. T is great in this, though.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool in a way because Rocky came from nothing.
Yes.
Now he's a heavyweight champ.
Now he
you
has
don't
everything.
think that money would have got to your head?
Yeah, facts.
That's such a realistic thing. Like,
a
lot of people go through that same thing that Rocky did.
It is realistic. It just sucks because Rocky's like the hero, like the Philly hero, and he's so humble, and he does everything for Adrian. He's literally taken her on Daytona ice rink, and he's given that guy his last 20.
Yeah.
To spend time with her.
You get Rocky 3. he's training. He's getting kisses on the cheek.
Yeah,
he's kissing Mick.
It's
Mick's like, you think he's going to kiss you? No, he's going to kill you.
Right. Yes. Great. I love that. So, like, Rocky, I understand why they did it for the story, but as the viewer, it sucks seeing Rocky not being Rocky. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
So, yeah, I'm going to go Rocky 3, number 6.
Okay. I'm going Rocky 2.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know you love Rocky 2.
I love Rocky 2, man.
I mean, like you said, all of these from now on are good movies.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it changes, like you said, too.
Yeah,
like
right
now.
Yeah, it could be around Thanksgiving.
Rocky
I'm in the
2.
mood for Rocky 3 more than Rocky 1 sometimes.
Right.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Or what are we on there? Is
So
this
5.
Man. I'm going to go Creed 3 here.
I have Creed 3 here as well.
Yeah, it's the top 5.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big Michael B. Jordan fan. Jonathan Majors killed it. Tessa Thompson. Can Michael and Tessa just get married already? Like,
They're so great
their
on screen.
relationship feels so real to me.
Yeah. 5.
Creed
5,
3, 5.
Yep.
So number 4.
That's where it gets tough.
Yeah.
It's getting tough. Man. Can I do it? I know it's most people's favorite, but I don't give a shit. Rocky 4.
Wow.
Rocky 4 at 4.
Rocky 4 at 4.
Now listen to me. Actually, 3 nights ago, I'm drinking a Twisted Tea. I'm having a Twisted. I'm having dude. It's like 12:30 at night. I had a Twisted Tea. I gotta work in the morning. What the hell am I doing? I'm just drinking a Twisted Tea, sipping on raspberry Twisted Tea, delicious. And I put on, I believe it was on Netflix, and I put on Rocky 4. Amazing movie. I love Rocky 4.
Yeah.
But I think I ruined it for myself. I've watched it too much.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
It's the most
movies.
It's the Rocky I watch more than any other Rocky. The only reason I'm putting it at 4 is because of that. I think it's like, listen to a song too much. I think I ruined it for myself, and I hate that I did that. But I gotta be honest, it's hard for me to get through the movie right now. It's hard for me because I watched it so many damn times.
Yeah, I get it.
Still, an amazing movie. In this list, like I said, guys, it could change.
Right.
But this is my list right now.
Hey, I respect
Rocky 4 at 4.
I have Rocky 3 at number 4.
Okay.
So top 3 now.
Top 3.
The Heaters.
See, this is... This is so tough here. I gotta go Rocky 2.
Rocky 2 at 3?
I'm going Rocky 2. I think if you're doing like a movie night, if you're just like staying in the house, you can go Rocky 1, Rocky 2, just back to back, and it's like perfect. Like I love number 2s that start out with like the ending of the first movie.
Yeah.
And then it just replays because it makes so much sense doing that.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So I'm gonna go Rocky 2. It's just such an enjoyable movie. Just continuing the storyline. Rocky's also still that like Philly poor guy fighting. He has the girl. They're trying to buy a home.
Yeah.
He's learning how
Think
to
about
drive.
Retiring too. After the first one.
Yeah, because he's going through a lot, and Adrian doesn't want to fight.
Yeah.
I really love seeing him and Adrian really figure it out.
Yeah.
And also just like I said, Apollo Creed, great character, great actor, still doing the damn thing. He's in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's good in The Mandalorian.
What a moose.
That's a good show.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy that guy's still doing the thing, and Stallone.
Yeah.
They're still in Hollywood. They're still doing their thing. They have to. Dude, they have to be pushing 80.
Yeah.
Or 80. They have to be.
Close, for sure.
All right, what do you got?
So number 3 for me, I got Creed 1.
What a freaking movie.
Oh, I love it. The train montage.
Gosh.
The bike scenes.
Yeah, with Meek Mill going crazy.
Yes. Lord knows I'm filthy rich.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Number 2. It's crazy that it's there. But Creed 1 is number 2 for me.
Yeah, I had a tough time with 2 and 3.
Man, Creed 1. What a surprise for me how good that movie is. I think everything about it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
The way Rocky is, helping training.
Yeah. He's
Donnie.
hesitant too. Because after Rocky 5, he's like, I don't know if I want to train another dude.
Yep, exactly. And then, when Rocky gets cancer, you got Donnie still helping him out. That movie, also, when I'm watching Rockies or Creeds, if it doesn't make me want a cheesesteak, it didn't succeed. That movie makes me want a cheesesteak so bad.
Yeah.
And for me, I've had a Philadelphia cheesesteak. I've been to Philadelphia. They're incredible.
Yeah.
And it really makes you want a cheesesteak, that movie. That's important for me. The fight scenes are really good. The build-up to the fight is really good. The origins of, love are also really good. Because, listen, I forget what the podcast is called, but it's Stallone's Daughters. It's called Unwaxed Podcast, and it's Stallone's Daughters. And great podcast, by the way. But they had Stallone on. When have you ever seen Stallone on a podcast? He doesn't do that kind of shit. Joe Rogan's been trying to get him on, and Stallone
says no.
Well, no, he says yes. It's just their schedules get intertwined. He's going to go on Rogan, and that's going to be awesome. But I listened to Stallone on his daughter's podcast. What a great podcast! Well, I highly recommend Unwaxed with Stallone if you're a Stallone fan. You get to know a lot about him, and how he grew up. Because we really don't know a lot about his real life.
Right.
You gotta watch this. But anyways, the most important part he said about the Rocky franchise is that it's not about the fighting. He literally was like, Rocky 1, he made Rocky 1. Like, that's his movie.
Yeah.
He's like, the whole Rocky franchise is not about the fighting. The fighting's secondary.
Yeah.
It's about love. It's literally about love. So that's the most important part of these series for me. I'll just go into number 1. Rocky 1 is by far my favorite movie in this franchise. But yeah, Rocky 1 at 1. So that's really interesting. I have Creed 1 at 2. And I have Rocky 1 at 1. That's interesting.
Yeah. So number 2 for me, I have Rocky 1. Then number 1, I have Rocky 4. I mean, the training montage, Russia, Drago, revenge for Apollo.
Like I said, on any...
Could you imagine, like, going back to, like, I think Rocky 4 came out in 85, maybe? And, like, being in theaters and seeing Apollo die?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I wish.
Rocky 4, it's one of the only movies in this series that kind of had a shocker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? McNine, he knew that was coming. He's old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
That was shocking. And it was like in the first hour of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I remember Joey Diaz, comedian, he was talking about, I think in 76 when Rocky came out, he remembers going to see Rocky in 76 when it first came out. He remembers there were people literally there, Rocky.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
That would have been sweet.
In 76.
Yeah.
No one has a fucking cell phone.
Yeah.
Everybody's living in the moment.
Oh, so fire.
Like, he was like saying how he remembers that to this day.
That's
people
cool.
chanting Rocky. How wild is that?
That is fire.
Could you imagine?
No, I wish I was born in the 70s.
If I had a time machine, I want to go back to that.
Yeah, just to experience Rocky 1 for the first time.
Take me back to opening night.
Yeah, that would have been fire. But shoot, Bob, I think that wraps up the episode.
Oh, we're gonna do trilogies today. You want to save it?
We'll save it for another time.
Gosh, we always have so much to talk about.
It's always a good time with my bub. Appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Watch the shorts. Watch the pods. We'll see you next time. See you.
See you.